I don't know if you can tell by the setup, but I've just moved into a caravan. Now, a caravan is not somewhere where most people will live, but I've moved here because, number one, as a student, I can't afford my own place. It costs way too much money. Number two, it's a pretty humbling experience. I mean, it's not something I'm going to be doing when I'm a little bit older, but while I'm pretty young right now, I think it's a good experience to go through. It gives me time to think and to get away from people. I mean, for the past, my whole life I've been living in shared housing, and shared housing is great. I mean, it stops you from being alone, but it can be difficult to get your own space, especially in like student housing where all you have is a room and you live in a room. Sometimes it can feel like a bit of a prison cell, and I wasn't enjoying that. So now I live in a caravan. Some of you might be wondering, oh Marco, why is it humbling? The reason it's humbling is because it is so small in this caravan. This is a 2-berth caravan. I have to sleep on this single sofa. Could put it out into a double, but it's so much work, so I just don't bother. I've had to like narrow all my clothing down to like 2 pairs of t-shirts, 2 hoodies, no, 4 t-shirts, 2 hoodies, 3 pairs of jeans. I don't really need 3 pairs of jeans, but I want 3 pairs of jeans. 3 pairs of shoes, 5 pairs of boxes, 5 pairs of socks. I have to go and collect my water in the morning, even though I don't, and then I'm left without any water, and then all my washing goes up, and then I have to go get water when I don't want to go, because even though it's really close, it's so annoying to have to do things like this. And if I put a kettle on, all the electric cuts out. But even with all these things, I still love it. I love having my own little house, which I've bought. I know it's not a house, it's caravan, but I bought it, I own it, it's mine. It is all my stuff in here, and it is lovely in here. I have my own fridge, I have my own cooker, which I have to sort out the gas for, so I haven't been able to use it at the moment, so that's been annoying as well. But I love it, it's great. What else is interesting that you might want to hear about? One of the key major things is that I have become a Christian. Just to start, it takes a long time for someone to go from being normal to being a Christian. It has loads of different reasons as to why it's not straight edge, that I picked up the Bible and I read it and then I believed. It's not that. I don't know. I have no idea how to explain it, but yeah. And I'm no longer vegan. I was vegan for a little while, but I stopped. But today I had this massive burger. I haven't been eating pork. In fact, I've been eating vegan sausages instead of pork. But this burger had bacon in it, and I ate it, and I was walking with my friend, and I had this horrible sharp pain in my chest, and I haven't had this in years. And I was smoking a cigarette at the time, I started smoking cigarettes again. It really hit home that I need to really think about going back to being vegan. I stopped because I lost an awful lot of weight, but it wasn't necessarily for being vegan, it's for doing it wrong. So I'm going to try and go for it again. Before I finish off this blog, I just want to say why I've done it. I've done it because I want to highlight the content which I'm going to be doing, which is on me being a Christian, why I'm being Christian, my opinion on it, why Christianity out of all religions, and also about being vegan. I've fallen away, about coming back on it, why I fell away, why I'm going back and how I'm going to go back and my progress in this, and my journey in 3rd year and journalism, which is why I'm doing this, because it's very important to get good at making content as a journalist. And I'll share with you some of the stuff which I make and how I make it. Not that I'm any good, but some of you might want to know how you become a journalist, what I'm being taught, so I can share that with you. So hopefully you like my stuff. I'm going to finish off now by sharing with you a little piece of an interview which I did with Barbara Welsh, and I'll put the full video in the description. She is a cancer survivor who has a pretty awesome story about how her cancer just disappeared, so here it is.
He looked at me and looked at my problem, looked at my bladder, and he says, I can't see anything there. And before I went in, I said, please God, this is in your hands. I said, just pray, Lord. I said, that I'll put it this way, I had most people praying for me, for God to take it away. And I thought, well, he does that in his time, not in my time, not in anybody's time, it's in his time. Anyway, he kept looking around, and he says, I can't see anything. He said, are you sure? He said that this lady had a tumour